Welcome to the Pearls of Wisdom podcast, where we mix business, law of attraction, spirituality, and well-being with great guests and phenomenal stories. You'll hear hints, tips, and up-to-the-minute information on digital communication from an expert in her field. Pearl has some wonderful individuals in her networks, and she will be interviewing them all at some point in the future. Enjoy your listening.
Well, hello, everyone, to another episode of the Pearls of Wisdom podcast. But this is one with a difference. We are speaking to the wonderful Liz Howard that you've met in previous interviews, but we are also streaming live onto Facebook. So if you're catching us live, both Liz and I are going to be able to see if you want to ask any questions, by all means come through. I will be watching the comments. Can you see the comments as well, Liz, or not?
I'm waiting to see if I can see that you're on live, and then I'll know for sure. But it's not showing up on my device yet. Right. But let's just keep talking. It should show up any second now.
Okay, so anyone that jumps on live, if you can see this and you've got any questions, we are talking to the wonderful, wonderful Liz Howard. Liz, we're literally going to go through all the different, I know you're bringing in loads of new services, so we thought, right, we're going to jump on, we're going to do this podcast so we can share everything with everyone.
Oh, lovely.
See what's coming up. So, Liz, first of all, what have you been doing with yourself? When have I last got to catch up? It's been so busy, hasn't it?
I know. And you've been busy. I saw you on Sunday and I wrote, who was it that had the cat? And somebody had a cat and was playing with the cat. And I wrote, here, kitty, 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 kitty.
Oh, that was Jo Dupfield, her little kitten, Reggie, that came on.
Yeah, you were so cute. And I listened to the podcast on Facebook Live. And and I was just writing comments and sending hearts and saying hello. And so you've been busy. You've been a busy bee. And the same for me. I had your podcast, and then I had somebody else in Florida who asked me to do a podcast. And then the German radio actually asked me to do a interview because sadly, for those in the United States, the trial is starting for the George Floyd, and that started today. And so the German radio reached out to me. So yeah, podcast. I'm so glad to be back with you, Pearl. I'm so glad to be back with you. And let's just talk about what's going on. I had an aha moment. And my aha moment was, I just wanted to see if I could find you live. I still haven't been able to find you live. That's weird. I had an aha moment that working with voices, what is my calling? What is my passion? What am I supposed to do when I'm working with a business voice? And I remember calling you and telling you because I was so excited about it.
Yes.
So, there you are. So let me see. Oh, Pearl. Can you just talk for a second and let me see if I can share this? And then I'll see if I can share it to my...
Oh, we've got Francesca Cassini has shared this post, I believe. There we are.
Okay. If you just keep talking for a second, Pearl, please.
I've just got 3 devices at the same time, so I'm having to turn some of the sound off.
Okay.
We're getting there.
See if I can share it to...
There, right, that is... I've got you on my mobile, on my iPad, and we are actually doing the podcast on the MacBook. How about that? And I'm not being paid for any of that promotion either.
Hey, Joe, I saw your kitty. I'm just looking to see where I can share this. Just 1 second. Share to a page. Here we go. I'm almost there, Pearl. I'm almost there.
Hello, lovely Joe. Hello, lovely Jo Dupfield.
I'm almost there. Ta-da! I think I shared it on mine as well. I did it!
Well done.
Technology. Okay. So, hello, Facebook. Hello, Pearls of Wisdom fans out there. Hello, hello, hello. Okay. So I wanted to tell you the story, what happened, how I received this aha moment that just totally blew me away. Okay. So about 5 years ago, during Christmas, I would always take off and go to Spain, go to Tenerife.
Oh, very nice.
Oh, Pearl, this place is fabulous. It's fabulous. It sits right on the ocean. There's a tiny little kitchenette, so you don't have to like jump up and go downstairs and have breakfast. You can make yourself a cup of coffee. You can sit out on the balcony. You could just give thanks as you hear the ocean coming in.
Oh.
I love this place, and the wellness, the saunas, everything is just, to die for. Do you hear me? To die for. So I normally go, I sit on the balcony, I have coffee, I give thanks, I go to breakfast, I go back to bed, and then I get up and then I go for a walk on the beach. And I was sitting out on the rocks and I was meditating. And so I'm sitting out on the rocks and I'm like, what do you want me to do now? And that little voice said, we want you to do healing mantras. And I'm like, that can't be you. What do you want me to do now? What do you want me to do now? What do you want me to do now? They said, we want you to do healing mantras. It's us. We're talking to you. That's not you. What do you want me to do now? They said, we want you to do healing mantras. Are you sure about that? Yeah. What do you want me to do now? What do you want me to do now? I had to ask at least 5 times, and the answer still came the same. So I said, okay. So I came back to Germany, and everything fell into place. I found a chapel that was like right on the edge of Germany and Austria, because I love being in this country, but my feeling was telling me that I needed to find an energy that was stronger. And sometimes during the winter, people tend to have a little bit of a sort of a negative field. And I wanted to go somewhere where it was more neutral or positive. So boom, I found this chapel. Boom, I'm up in the mountains. Boom, it's a full moon. Boom, everything just fell into place. So I went up in the chapel, and then I did these a cappella mantras. And then I didn't ask anymore. I just kind of put them on the side, just kind of put them in the drawer. And I said, okay, when the time is right, the time is right. So I never thought about them again. And you know how when everything happens and it falls into place, it's like they gave me the church for free. I got this guy to come record it. I mean, everything just boom, 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 boom. And like I say, then I left it. So 2 weeks ago, I'm working with a client of mine, and this particular client had not so good of a childhood. Her mother walked out of the house and never came back. And it was a horrible story for her as a child, because she had to deal with it, and nobody really wanted to say what really happened. And I'm sitting, and she's a fabulous, fabulous yoga teacher, but her vocal cords were covered in mucus, and she didn't know why. And she'd been to numerous coaches, but she couldn't figure out what was really going on. And then I did a radio interview, and she found me, hunted me down, and I started working with her, and we cleared her vocal cords. But the last step was to step into this part of her soul that had locked this shock of pain that was still lingering in her body.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting at the piano, and like I think I told you this, that every client that I have, I always pray before I work with them. Yeah. This is not an ego thing. I am just the messenger. I'm just the person who helps clean it, clear it, whatever. I'm guided to do it. I ask always 2 things. 3. First of all, I thank Mama Universe that she sent me her baby. Then I ask her to bless her baby with me, because she trusts me And this is a soul that she trusts me with. This is not, I'm not taking, I don't want to take it taken for granted. This is serious work. And third, when I sit at my piano, I always pray again and I say, give me the sound, the tone, whatever your baby needs to let this go and guide me what should happen. And then I'm sitting at the piano and she tells me to go from major to minor chords and she has to sing a particular mantra.
Yep. And
all of a sudden, Pearl, I hear a voice that I've never heard before in my life. And I'm like, and I look up at her and she looks at me and I'm like, where did that come from? Yep. And she says, I don't know, but can we do it again? And then we did it again and we did it again and we did it again and we did it again. It was just so. And when she left, I was looking at her, she was looking at me, and I was like, oh, that's what you mean by mantras.
Yeah.
That's what you mean by mantras. And we recorded it, but we didn't get the last 2.5, 3 minutes. We didn't get it. And then so she calls me and she says, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And she says, can you please record the last 2 to 3 minutes? And I said, yeah, okay, I'll do it. Mm-hmm. But I sat at the piano and I couldn't do it. And I kept going back to my piano and looking at it and going back to it and looking at it. And then and then she called again and I said, I'm sorry, honey. I said, you have to be here with me in this room to channel it again. This is not something that's going to just come. I'm not going to just like pull it out of somewhere. There has to be the connection. The energy has to be right. You have to be here. And there's something that I have to do. There's something that there are rules that I have to follow in order for this to work.
Yeah.
And then she said, okay, I'm coming back. So we did another appointment. And then I went like 2 or 3 days just going like, wow. You know when you have that aha moment and it's like, you're so shocked by it, Pearl. You know what I'm saying? And then you start to, and you don't mean to do it, but then you start to question yourself. Was this me? I mean, did we really have this connection? I mean, were you really there? Did I really get what I got? I mean, did I grasp this? Do I get this now? And the universe say, yes. And I'm like, are you sure? Yes. Are you sure? Yes. Are you sure? Yes. So I said, okay, next one comes. Next client comes. And I just told her, I just said, listen, I had this interesting breakthrough with a client. And she also has a thing that she needs to clear up. She also had something that needed to be released and that she had to let go of. And I said, I want to do the same thing with you. So I went through the same ritual, did everything, sat down on the piano, prayed, said, guide me. This is your baby. If you trust me with your baby, thank you that you trust me with your baby. What do I need to do? What do I need to play? That said, play this chord and play this chord and tell her to sing this. And I did it. And all of a sudden, boom, another voice comes that I've never heard before. Never. And I'm looking at her and she's looking at me and we both just start laughing like, and she's like, oh my God. And I'm like, yeah, oh my God. And she's like, oh my God, oh my God. And I'm like, yeah, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And then we played and played and played. We did it over and over again until the mantra, until it was like, it's just like, it was like the universe says, repeat it until it's in their body.
Yeah.
And then you can release it. And that's what I did. And then she wrote me the next day. She said, I'm baking cookies. And I'm just so happy. Thank you. Oh. And I just want to say this, that I once read years ago how African women will go with a expectant mother, and they go out in the woods, they go out in the forest, they go out in a field, and it's the elders that are surrounded her, and this mother is, she's ready to pop, and they make up a song for this child, for this unborn soul, and they repeat it and repeat it and repeat it until it's set in stone, and that the baby hears it and the mother can sing it. And then when it's set, they say, okay, now the baby can be born. And then what they do is when that child starts to misbehave, or he loses his way, or he's somehow lost, or he's feeling something, they take him back. They take him back to the field. They surround him again, and they sing that song again. And then he comes back to who he is. He comes back to his soul. He comes back to his middle. He comes back to love.
Yeah.
He comes back to a place where he knows that he belongs. He comes back to unconditional love. And all the pain and the anxiety or the stress or whatever he's going through dissipates.
Yep.
And now I'm coming out of the closet because I've decided from now on, I will give my clients, not only will I work with them, not only will I help them with their voice and to clear that and to step into that, but to see if I can give them their God-given mantra, because it has nothing to do with me. I'm just the messenger. That's all I am. I'm just the messenger. But Pearl, oh my God.
This is so exciting. Like when you were first sharing it with me, and we were both so excited on the phone when you were saying this. I mean, you can do this with each and every one of your clients, can't you? The people can come to you. So anyone who's listening now, we've got quite a few lovely messages and everything as well. That's why my head was going down.
Okay.
Wonderful Jo Dupfield is on, and she says, you are so aligned, giving voice to those who have struggled to find the courage to be heard. Such wonderful work. And I'm sure it says more, but then she's given us some butterflies, so that's really special. But then Jo goes on to say that she loves mantras. She uses mantras all the time. She uses Gayatri mantra. I hope I've pronounced that correctly. And she says she loves Shiva Shambho as well. I know Jo's taught me loads of mantras that I listen to of a morning.
Yeah.
And we've got the lovely Elle Welch. Now, a big shout out to Elle. I've worked with Elle before, so she's watching us.
Okay, hey, Elle.
A very special lady who happens to be my favourite niece in the world.
Okay.
Becky Ross is watching as well. We've got Josephine, Sandra Calagira, and we know we've both listened to Josephine when she's been on the panel with us. So that lovely lady is watching us.
Yeah.
And she said hello to us, and she's so excited because there's so much to share. Now, by all means, everyone who's watching this, if you feel that there's loads of other people that need to watch this, please share it through your network as well. Because, yes, it's going to be recorded for the podcast, but it's going out live as well, because the energy on this, you are so phenomenal. You really are, Liz. I love it.
It's not me. I'm just channeling. It's not me. I'm just a child of God. All I do is she says Mama Bush tells me what to do, and I do it.
Yeah, but you do it with such class. That's just it. You see, you're wonderful.
Thank you. I just want to say to Josephine, because I know that she mentioned a mantra, the thing about what I do is the mantra is given to me for each client. So I do not take somebody else's written mantra or a mantra that's already out there. This mantra is personal. In other words, whatever this is that's given to me, it's given to me for a particular reason, because I get this now.
Yeah.
Imagine this. Imagine if we say I'll just give you an example. If I said, because I grew up hearing this all the time, you're too fat, you're too fat, you're too fat, you're too fat, you're too fat. So it becomes my mantra. It becomes my mindset mantra. And I keep saying to myself, you're too fat, you're too fat, you're too fat, you're too fat, you're too fat. And then you start to, it becomes part of your mindset, becomes part of your soul. It floats around in your cells, in your body. And then your body goes, yeah, you're right, you're too fat. And then you start to bloom out and get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And you're not doing anything different.
Yeah.
But if I start saying to myself, I love my body. I love my body. And I sing it as my mantra. Then I get it. Then my cells are going to go, yeah, we love your body too. Yeah. And then all of a sudden that you start to, without really like killing yourself with a diet, without really killing yourself with what you're doing, and to change that mindset from you're too fat to, ooh, I love my body, for instance.
Yeah.
Then your cells accept it. And there's something about when you sing it, it makes it stronger. And there's something about when you sing it, it's like a prayer that goes up to the universe. There's something about when you sing it that you accept it. It's acceptance, isn't it? Yeah.
I was just thinking that the passion comes through when you use your voice in such a way.
Yes.
You're using your voice to give thanks. And
yes.
that by doing that and raising it up for everyone
yes.
to hear,
yes,
it can't do anything but actually come back. When we talk about the law of attraction, that
yes.
vibration goes so high,
yes.
it's right the way back to us. And it's
yes.
wonderful. As you were saying that, as you were singing, I was getting goosebumps and everything. It was just wonderful. You have such a gorgeous voice. You really do.
Pearl, I'm just the messenger. It's a gift. I don't know where it comes from. It just comes. It just comes. But I have to tell you something funny. So the other day, I'm making a phone call and I had to talk to somebody who wanted to interview me for something. And her answering service called me Mr. I said, hello, Mr. Howard. How can I help you? I said, Mister. I said, do I sound like a mister to you? And then I made him laugh. And then because my voice went a little bit higher, but that's because my voice wasn't really warm, but I thought that was really funny. And I made him laugh. He was grouchy, but after that, he started laughing. Yeah. But I love playing with the sound of the voice because you can do so much with it. Yeah. If you're just playful, and if you're not thinking about it like I gotta make it go there, you can't force it to make it go there. You have to allow it to go into that space so that it can open and show who he or she really is. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we're getting loads and loads of love from Josephine there. There was loads of love. I could see suddenly these love hearts coming up. See, we're disagreeing with everything that we're saying here. And it's as soon as you decide, yes, this is what we're going to do. This is my message.
Yes.
When it comes from the heart, this is when the sound will get everywhere. You know that my calling is to give everyone a voice, to give a voice to the unspoken. And by doing this, and yes, I've always done this with the podcast, but now by going live, I'll probably do a lot of these podcasts going live to Facebook at the same time, because not only do we give people the chance that you can come back and you can listen to the recording on the Pearls of Wisdom podcast, you can actually experience it live, that you can see the energy that I see on each and every one of my guests when they're sharing.
Yeah, that's important.
It is. Sometimes you don't hear it. Well, you don't feel it as much when you just listen to the recording. But here, people can actually take part. And if there are any questions, please do. If you've got any questions for Liz, please do write them in the comments, because I can see them. I'm watching on my phone. And like I said, we've got a few things there. So I think both Liz and I can see all the questions if they come up. But if you watch this on the replay, by all means still write the questions down, because we can watch and see and always come back
and answer them. Exactly. You know, I think what's really interesting is like when I was in Spain and I was sitting there and I was meditating and listen to the waves come in and it's beautiful weather and the blue skies. And I'm like, okay, what do you want me to do now? What do you want me to do now? What do you want me to do now? And that voice is like, it just kept repeating itself and repeating itself and repeating itself. So this is the question. How many of us ignore that voice?
Yeah.
And we know that it's saying, this is what we want you to do. This is what we want you to do. This is what we want you to do. And we go, that's not what you really want me to do. It cannot be what you really want me to do. And they're like, yeah, this is what we want you to do.
Yeah.
But how many of us in our daily lives, regardless of where we are right now in our life, regardless of what job, regardless of what we're doing, and the universe, Mama Universe is trying to guide us and say, listen, you can't go left. You need to go right and go around the corner and then take a left, and we'll be waiting for you.
Yeah.
And she says it over and over and over again. And we just go, that's my mind talking to me. That's not my wisdom. That's not that whisper. That's not that connection that I have. And we ignore it, Pearl. We ignore it until she has enough of waiting for us, and then we get a smack. Bam!
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And then we have to let go. We have to let go. And she says, honey, I tried to tell you. I tried to tell you, but you weren't listening. So I had to smack you.
Yeah. And there is that, when you say, I always used to think it was just intuition, that little voice that you hear.
Yeah.
But I'm the now that's
guidance.
It's guidance. It's my guides. It's the source.
Yeah.
And more, I used to think it was just coming to tell me the big things, but they're there all the time. If you listen and really tune in, you can hear them all the time. I've shared this with, I think it was with the Vicky Thomas interview. I was looking for a set pair of earrings to wear to go with an outfit. Yeah. And I looked and I could not find them. They weren't in the box because I put them in lots of different places just in case someone breaks in. They won't take it all at once, you see.
Yeah.
So there was me looking for
little here, little there, little there. Yeah. Yeah.
And I looked at this box and I thought, no, they're my Angelite earrings, and I was after my Herkimer's. And I thought, no. So the next day I was wearing blue. So I thought, right, Angelite earrings. And as I picked the box up, what else was in that box? The Herkimer's. And yet that's what the universe was telling me the day before. And I know it's a little thing, but this is where the universe will talk to us all the time.
Exactly.
It's like we're listening just for the big stuff.
Yeah.
And we don't realise they're drip feeding all the time, just so we know.
Yeah.
They want to know we're listening all the time.
Yes.
Because they're going to come up with those pearls of wisdom, those golden nuggets.
Yeah.
Exactly what we need to do next.
Exactly. So if we pay attention to that, then we're actually being guided on the next step and the next step and the next step and the next step to take. But a lot of times we'll ask out there, what step do I take? What step do I take? What step do I take? What step? Instead of going in here and getting quiet and saying, I love you. What's my next step? What's my next step? And then, boom, they say it.
Yeah.
And it's just like, but I have a great metaphor for you. So I was talking to my business, I call her my voice mentor. She's 83. She's fabulous. 83. They flew her in to sing for the Pope. Do you hear me? The Pope.
Wonderful.
She's fabulous. Okay. And all of a sudden I said, oh my God, I said, I get it. Because not only is listening to the wisdom a part of it, but also that we remember to count our blessings. We remember to show appreciation, and we remember to say it, because we can complain a lot, but we have to remember also to say, thank you. Thank you for my hot water. Thank you for my lipstick. Thank you for my bed. Thank you for my milk. Thank you for my coffee. And then I was talking about this to my voice mentor. And I said, oh my God, I got it. So imagine this. I don't know if you've ever been in maybe even your mother did it, or an Italian family. I'll say this, in the African American families, especially your grandmother, your aunt, your great aunt, your godmother, and they cooked you something, soul food. Yeah, the name of my company. And they cooked you soul food, and they would put it on your plate, and they would sit there, and they really wouldn't eat, but they just look at you eat it. And the more you said, the more they loved that sound. Yeah. Oh, that's so good. And they would get up from the table, go back in the kitchen, get the pot, bring it back to the table, and put some more on your plate, and sit there and listen to you go, this tastes so good, because they loved the sound of you saying, this tastes so good.
Yep.
So this is my new metaphor for the universe. Every time I say thank you to Mama Universe for what she gives me, she goes back in the kitchen and brings that pot back and puts something else on my plate.
Yeah.
And she says, here you go, baby. And when I told my voice, and she just started laughing, she said, that's it. That's how it works. That's how appreciation works. That every time we say, thank you, she has to give us a second helping, because she can't help it, because she loves it when we say thank you. Go get my baby some more food. Find my baby some more food. That's how I see it. And now, when I remember that, because Pearl, I have my days where I forget. I have my days where I forget to count my blessings. And then all of a sudden I have to remember, it's like, I need another helping on my plate. Thank you for this. Thank you. And then I just, boom.
Yeah.
And some days I will challenge myself, and I'll do 3 or 4 days of just showing appreciation and being grateful. And I'm not allowed to complain about anyone, anything. Stay away from the news, stay away from drama, just stay completely away from it, and just do 3 or 4 days of mentally and physically and my soul, everything, the whole thing, the whole package, and just saying, thank you. And most times on the 5th day, I get, all of a sudden, it's like my cup runneth over.
Yeah. And it is, the more we say thank you, the more we receive.
Yes.
I mean, I thank my guides every night. I always put my protection up, and with my guides, I thank them every single night for everything that they've given me.
Yes.
And I just ask for more downloads to tell me what is our purpose, what is it we need to accomplish next. And that's how I feel so blessed with this whole project of actually bringing women together for International Women's Day. But as you've seen, we're going on and further. It's inspirational women forever sort of thing, that we're collaborating, we're sharing our voices, and each time we share our voices, that sound, that vibration gets louder and louder.
And louder, doesn't it?
It does.
It's like, okay, now you're getting it. Okay, so just pay attention and just keep saying thankful, keep being grateful, and we're taking care of that for you. Stop worrying about that. We got that. Yeah. Just remain thankful, remain grateful, remain in appreciation, and we got you. Just Just hold on, hold tight. Yeah. So I remind myself of that. And it's Easter's coming. I think I might do it for Easter, just for extra. As I say to my clients always, just for love, one for love. Can we do one for love?
Yeah.
And I think I'll do one for love just for Easter, just to say, hey, thank you. And I mean, because everything is just turning out all right for me, and why not? Why not?
Exactly.
I have a roof over my head. I have a beautiful grand piano. I have you live on Zoom. What else do I need?
Exactly. I mean, I was so looking forward to doing this interview. I mean, all right, we've both been quite busy, but normally we try and touch base most days.
Yes.
And when I hear your voice and I get that WhatsApp message, it's just wonderful. It brightens my day. It really does.
I sent you one, the day before yesterday, because I just wanted to check on you and give you a shout out. Yeah. How are you doing? What are you doing? What's going on? Which is good. And it's not, and we don't have to really answer each other, but just to send a positive vibe.
Yeah.
Is nice.
It is. And you'd be amazed how many come back. I can remember when I was doing the corporate run, I'd make a point, I'd walk from home to the station to get the train because I want to keep fit. And you get, first of all, you just sort of maybe do a nod of a head, but then you start to smile. And if you smile at someone, it spreads, it comes back. Yeah. And then you'll say good morning. And before you know it, you're exchanging information and you're saying, hi, nice weather or whatever. Yeah. That's how you get to know people. That's how you spread a message. It maybe starts with a smile or it starts with a good morning, good evening.
Yeah.
Because you're showing that you're open for dialogue and it makes such a difference.
Yes. Or my challenge is always where I have fun is when somebody's grouchy and I'll do something with the sound of my voice and they don't want to smile, but they just start laughing. I'm like, aha, I got you. And now I can go enjoy the rest of my day. And they're just like, oh. I said, you wanted to stay grouchy, didn't you? And then they just laugh like, okay, you would. I love doing that. And I love calling my best friend and breathing and making her freak out and asking her, what are you wearing? And she's really shy. She's like really shy and introverted. And I will just mess with her until she starts to giggle. And then I'll say, that's all. I just wanted to hear you giggle. Now go back to work. I'm going back to work. Bye. Love you. Bye. Boom. So funny. Yeah.
Oh, now you've talked about the mantras, the voice mantras. What other services do you offer, lovely lady, so you can share with anyone watching the replays or anyone listening to the podcast afterwards?
Well, right now, because of the pandemic, I'm doing a lot of online coaching for voices. I don't want to say worry. Worry's not the right word. I'm concerned about those out there that are now doing podcasts and videos and going on Clubhouse and on all these platforms where we have to really, really utilize our voice. Yeah. And I'm concerned with the fact that your material is prepared, you're prepared, your outfit is prepared, your makeup is prepared, but your voice is not prepared. Yeah. And I ask myself, why not? And why don't we take that seriously? 80% of our voice is our business card. When you make a pitch, when you make that first phone call, when you want to grab somebody to interview them, when you, and you don't take it seriously, you just automatically think, I don't need that. Mm-hmm. And it's like, yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Yeah. And I wonder about that. So to answer your question, I do, besides, there are two types, yeah? There's somebody that needs voice coaching, because they're getting ready to prepare for their next step, be it podcasts or going live or YouTube or whatever. If you're thinking about it, you should invest because it's worth the investment. That's number one. And then number two, for those of us that are stuck, then I have this coaching that I still do with the voice and I do with the mantra, so we can get you unstuck. So you have both. And the third thing that I do, but that's more corporate. I work with corporate and then they book me to do workshops with their team.
Yeah.
Because what I discovered is that when we're in sales, or when we have to pitch, or we have a specific client that we want to go after and get the money, you cannot use the same pitch for every single client. You have got to figure out, how do I formulate my voice to grab that client? Pearl, you and I, our energies match. So that's not a problem for us. But there are certain people out there that are shy.
Yeah.
And they need another sound. There's people out there that need facts, figures, and numbers. You got to know how to deliver those facts, figures, and numbers so you can grab that client. You've got to know, what sound of my voice do I need so that my future client feels confident?
Yeah.
They hear what I have to say. You see by the way they're listening to you, or whether it's on Zoom or a telephone call, you hear it.
Yeah.
And you know it when they say, oh, well, when is the next date? Or can you send me an offer or a proposal? Then you know. And when they say, we're going to think about this and get back to you, you didn't do it.
Yeah.
You didn't do it. And so there's sounds that we should use when we're in business, when we're doing business. And that's a thing that I always bring up when I say, did you prepare your voice? Did you do this? Did you do that? Did you warm it up? No. Did you get the job? No. I rest my case.
Yep. And it's I think using your voice to tell that story. And if it's corporate, you're telling the story of yourself. You are selling yourself to your client.
Yes.
And it's understanding that. And really, it's from the written word, it's what I'd call narrative greed, where you'd actually get that suspense, where you change the tone in your voice so people are sitting forward more than they want to hear more, so that they get to the stage. And that's when you think, yes, you've got them.
Yes.
Because you've spent the time, you've done the research, you've researched the sound of the voice.
Yes.
Like you say, you've prepared it. I mean, if 9 times out of 10, using your voice is the best way to deliver your message. There are other ways. I mean, mime, and there's loads of different things. But if you're going to use your voice, why don't you look after it? Why don't you prepare it? Because we take lessons, we take courses on how to write something, how to
do a presentation. How to do this, how to. But when it comes to your voice, you just think, oh, it's automatically going to be there. But the thing about it is if your client, your future client, hears a certain sound, it's their intuition that says, they're not for me. This is not for me. And they move on. And you have, just like when you read an email and it grabs you or not, you have less than 60 seconds to grab them.
Yeah.
60 seconds.
Yeah.
And after the next 60 seconds, they're already deciding inside their mind and their soul if they really want to work with this person. Yeah. So why not come prepared? And I'm constantly saying that, especially to women in business. But it's really funny. They don't. Don't is not the good word. It's not a word that I'd like to use. I'm saddened that they walk away from honoring that part of their business skill.
Yeah.
That was much better. Yeah.
This is where I know prior to lockdown, my dream was, my next step was going to be international speaking.
Mine too.
Yeah. And literally from everything we're doing, what we're doing now is international. Yeah. It's going to be picked up global. It's global for everyone to pick up. So we are doing that. When we do every one of the panels we've done for the Pearls of Wisdom podcast and everything, it's out there for everyone. And the work you do, you get people ready for that, because yes, we've all gone into this hibernation. But this is the perfect time.
Yes.
To work on ourselves, because we want to be first out of the blocks. When everything is fine, we want to be the ones that stand out because we've done the work ready. Yeah. Because things have changed. They have. The new normal is not going to be ever like it was before. You need to stand out. You need to find ways to stand out.
You have to. You absolutely have to. And I just wonder, what is it then? What is it that either prevents us? Is it fear? Is it fear of being judged? I do know this, and I accept this, and I respect this. Our voice is one of the most vulnerable and intimate instruments that we have within ourselves.
Yeah.
And I wonder if there's a little bit of fear there. But how nice is it to have somebody who helps you get over that?
Yeah.
Who helps you get past that?
Yeah.
And that you change your mind. How many people say, oh, I don't like Zoom calls because I don't like the way I sound? Or are we going to step into the land of emojis where everything in the future is you're not even going to speak anymore. You're just going to send a freaking emoji. How sad is that?
And I don't know what half of them mean. So I'd be completely lost. Because are they laughing out loud? Are they crying with laughter? Yeah. I don't know. And don't get me on this lol. To me, what used to be love you lots. Lots of love. When my children first sent it to me, I went back, I love you too. Yeah. And they laughed their heads off. They said, Mum, it don't mean that. It doesn't mean that. And it's laugh out loud. And I'm thinking, but I didn't know that. And
it's with LOL.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I'm thinking, but this is it. When it comes to that and text and everything and emojis, we don't understand it. Yeah. We can't get our meaning across at all.
I've got a question for those listening out there. For instance, LinkedIn. On LinkedIn, you actually have the possibility not only to leave a message, but you can leave an audio message. I wonder how many people actually take advantage of it. I do it. Me too. I do it all the time, especially for my contacts. I'll leave them a message and wish them a happy birthday. And 9 times out of 10, they write me back. They won't even audio back. They'll write back and they'll say, that was so sweet. You made me laugh. That was so sweet. Oh, I loved your message. Oh, that was great. Oh, that was great. Oh, that was great. But they don't trust themselves to come out and play with me and leave a message back. Hey, Liz, that was such a great birthday message. Thank you so much. They won't do it.
Yeah.
And I wonder why. What's happening to our society that we're going, and especially the millennials. I did a lecture at the St. Gallen University. And I talked about this with the millennials. And I said, listen, how many of you have that robotic answer machine message on your mobile? And I said, you guys, you're all getting ready to go out. I said, you're about to graduate and you're getting ready to go out and find your first job. And your mobile is the first place they're going to call and set up an appointment for you.
Yeah.
And you have this robotic message on your mobile. instead of leaving something that makes them smile, giggle, like that was awesome, or something inside your voice that the person who leaves a message says two things. I can't wait to meet this person, or I'm definitely going to call back because I want to set up an appointment.
Yeah.
And the millennial said, oh my God, you're right. I said, it's your first chance. It's your first chance. When I had this, there was an eBay commercial some years ago. Let me see if I can find. I know you belong to someone else. And that was on my answering machine. I had Germans calling me from all over Germany. And they'd say, did you hear it? Did you hear it? You can hear it in German. Did you hear it? It's so funny. And people were calling and hanging up. And I finally had to take it off because so many people were calling me and just listen. They said, you got to call her and listen to that message. And then, hang up. But I kept it for a while. But the point was, there's something about this. We have to think about it like this. There's something about the sound of our voice that can leave joy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And joy brings success. So those of you out there who have those synthetic messages on your mobile, instead of leaving a joyous, positive, reach out and touch me message, I feel sorry for you, because you're missing out. You are really missing out. And the person who needs to know you, you're not giving them a chance.
Yeah.
Make your clients, your future clients, whoever it is, make them curious. And the first step is to change your voicemail. And with my clients, after I've worked with them, I give them 30 days. And in 30 days, if I call them and I hear that some sort of a, that it adheres Liz Howard, so forth, blah, 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 and then I just say, you're representing me. You have to change your message. And they change it.
Yeah.
Because it's important. It's the first step. And what do they say? First impressions count.
Yeah. And with that, your voice is your brand. Your voice is the first thing that people are going to hear and are going to connect with you. So exactly. You need it to be strong.
Yes.
You saying about voice messages and recordings and everything. A while ago, I used to be on the 3 network, and they did a thing where you could actually have as a ring, rather than a ringtone, the sound when it's actually ringing through to the other person, the dial tone.
Yeah.
You could actually have a song for that.
Yes.
And I had Aretha Franklin Respect, and the that would call me, and when I answer, they say, "Oh, don't answer, put it down again. I was listening to the song." And you just, they're happy. As soon as they picked up the phone and we were speaking, they were happy because they'd heard a voice, and they'd heard a wonderful voice.
Yes.
And it puts everyone in the right mood then. Yes. It really does.
Yes. Yes. Oh, Pearl, our time is almost up.
It is. It always flies by. I could talk to you all day long.
I know.
And I mean, I could say to everyone just how much you're helping me anyway, because some weeks I'm doing 15 interviews a week.
Yeah.
And and like you say, when you check on me, you say, Pearl, how's the voice? And you can hear, and you'll say to me, right, take some of that and take some of that and look after that. Because I've got, because you said to me about drinking fizz beforehand and everything, because you get the sugar. And so I thought, no, I'm going to keep that because I've been in meetings all day, and you can probably hear that in my voice now.
But I'm begging you, take care of yourself. And I know that you want to do a lot. I understand that. And those out there they love it too. But you come first, honey. You come first. Yeah. So respect your soul when she starts to whisper and she says, I need a break. Maybe next time when we do a podcast, we can also do something that's for those that like want to do podcasts and videos or whatever, that we can sort of have question and answer, or Liz, this is what I'm thinking about doing. What do you think about this? Maybe that should be the next one. And but let's see how many people are interested in it. Let's get some feedback and say, yeah, I want to do it.
Because I know you work with Clubhouse, and because that is the new massive social network, and that's all with your voice, because people can't see you. So you need to learn to use your voice properly. So you can get the best engagement, the best reaction from your audience. And what I'll do is, if you're coming back to the replay, because I know I sprung this on you, I didn't say, I just said to Liz when we met to do this interview, I said, why don't we go live? Because I just felt that that's another way to share the message.
Yes.
But please put the questions out there. What else would you like Liz to speak about? And we can book, because it's once a month, at least once a month, isn't it?
About every almost 5-6 weeks, I'll be coming back and hanging out with you and playing with you. So we can talk about the color of communication, which is the thing I was talking about when you're ready to, you have to pitch to your client. Who is my client, and how do I use my voice to grab him by the, hey, listen, I don't know if I've got some, I'm just looking to see if anybody is, I can't see from my side. I was going to look to see from my side on my platform if anybody wrote some questions. I shared our video, our live on my fan page. Sorry, you guys. I know what I can do and I know what I can't do, and I can't do that.
Well, this podcast will be live this evening so people can listen to the audio. I will also share the link to the video and put it onto LinkedIn as well. So we'll have it on Facebook, we'll have it on LinkedIn, we'll have it out there on the podcast as well. And I'll upload this video onto YouTube. So we've got loads and loads of different ways that people can connect, or just simply comment below this live video once you've watched it. And if there's any questions that come to you as you're seeing it, please just write them down.
Write it down.
Yeah.
Or what would you like to talk about? What would you like to hear from the voice expert / voice guru / voice whisperer? And if you're in Clubhouse, please connect with me, because we're going to, on April 1st, I'm doing my first Clubhouse room, and we're just going to go in there and talk.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell stories about how I screwed up on the stage. I'm going to tell the truth, because a lot of experts always tell you about what to do and how to do it, but nobody tells you when it goes wrong and how did you recover.
And there's so many things that are coming up. We've got this Wednesday.
Yes.
We'll be going live. We've got the very end, 31st of March. We've got the International Women's Day. We don't know how many people are on the panel, but there's going to be a lot. Every one of the lovely ladies that have taken part in the project, if they can make it, they are going to be live on the panel. So you will get to see that. That will go live onto Facebook. Then we've got the 11th of April, where I am hosting Hit Talks with Vicky Thomas, and of course
I'm going to join you for that.
Is one of the speakers. That is speakers speaking for 8 minutes about hope, inspiration and transformation, speaking from the heart. And if you want to find out, just go and see Vicky Thomas live. That's Vicky Thomas live, Hit Talks live. Go and see their pages and see just what's there. I've already shared the link where you can register to watch our panel on the 11th of April, but I will also share it on the comments here. So there's so much that's going on.
There's a lot going on.
There is, and it's so exciting.
But you promised me, though, even though there's a lot going on, take a break. Do something for 2 days, take a break. Do something for 2 days, take a break. The voice needs rest and love.
Yeah.
Pearl.
I'm being very good now, because I like to please
the voice
everyone.
Needs rest and love. I even do it myself.
Yeah.
Some days I just totally disconnect from everything, everyone, lay on the couch, snore until I wake up because I think somebody's in the room with me because I snore so loud sometimes. And I just let the television watch me. And that's sometimes you have to do it. You have to honor your body, honor your voice, you know, and honor your quietness.
Yeah.
Okay, my darling.
Thank you.
Thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you.
Always a pleasure. It's always a pleasure. I'm going to take us off of Facebook now. So
if
we wave goodbye to everyone on Facebook and make sure to come.
Goodbye.
Oh, that's wonderful. Bye. I will let you go now, lovely lady. Been a pleasure.
Thank you for listening to the Pearls of Wisdom podcast. We hope you have enjoyed the content shared. Please share with others who would like to enjoy these interviews and discussions. If you would like to support the podcast, please follow the link in the episode description. If you want to be a guest on the show, reach out and let's discuss next steps. Until the next time, enjoy your listening.